This video clip will be a reminder of how to do the calculations for the mean of a sample, the standard deviation for a sample. Then we're going to expand upon that using the standard deviation of the population, a new term called alpha. We're going to calculate the margin of error, and from there be able to calculate the confidence intervals. The mean of the sample, if we click function, we have statistical, so we look for average. Click OK. Then we're going to highlight the entire group of data, and then we get a mean of 29.6. For standard deviation, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to click function, and we're going to look for standard deviation for sample, which is stdev.s. We're going to use the same range of data. Now, the book also gave you the standard deviation for the population, and we'll use that later. Alpha is a new figure for us we haven't used before, and alpha is the counterpart to the confidence level. If you have a confidence level of 90%, then you have an alpha of 10%. Difference between 1 and whatever your confidence level is. In this particular example, the confidence level is 99%. So we're going to do 1 minus 99, and you get 0.01. There are 40 items in our sample, so now we're going to calculate the margin of error. If you click on function, we're going to look for confidence norm. We're going to give it the alpha. Standard deviation of the population, not of the sample, and the size. So all you really need are those three things. You don't have to calculate out a whole bunch of other things. And you will see that we have a margin of error of 3.2. To calculate then the two different confidence intervals, you will take your mean, subtract out the margin of error, and then take your mean again and add your margin of error. And then you have confidence intervals of 26.4 and 38.2. I have another example set up just to show you. We're going to do it one more time. You're going to look for confidence norm. Now this is an example from page 303 of the book, example 5. The alpha is 90%, so the alpha is 0.1. The standard deviation is 1.5, and the size was 20. You don't need the Z-code. You actually don't need the sample until a few minutes, the sample deviation. And we're going to reduce the number of decimals there. So if we want to calculate the confidence intervals, we're going to do equal sign, our mean minus our margin of error, and then the upper end we're going to do our equal sign, our mean, and plus our margin of error. You'd end up with confidence intervals of 23.45 or made a mistake there. That's a minus. So you have 22.35 and 23.45. That ends this video clip on how to use confidence.norm to calculate the margin of error and then the confidence intervals. Thank you.